Hello and good afternoon. My name is Nicholas Cantwell, and today I will be talking about how teachers can support English language learners by valuing their culture, languages, and family strengths. I'll also share ways to build strong connections between the home and school for families of English language learning students, so that every student feels welcomed, included, and successful. The first topic I'd like to review is culturally responsive teaching. Culture shapes how students see the world, how they communicate, and how they learn. Students may come from cultures where group work is common, where talking to adults is more formal, or where learning happens through storytelling or hands-on activities. Every student experience is different. When teachers begin to understand these differences, we can teach in ways that align with each student's strengths. This is also known as cultural competence. Cultural competence means being aware of students' backgrounds and using that knowledge to improve our teaching. For teachers of English language learners, this means that we value their languages, experience, and traditions. Next, let's talk about some ways to integrate different cultural values in the classroom. Some easy ways to include students' cultures in learning are using books and examples that reflect students' cultures, asking students to share stories, traditions, or examples from their home lives, making lessons that connect to real-world activities students know well, or allowing students to use their home language to plan or talk with their peers. These practices can help our students feel respected and build confidence. Students learn better when they feel understood and valued. Research shows that culturally responsive teaching increases motivation and helps students make stronger connections to the content. Some additional strategies for using home language and cultural assets in the classroom can include allowing students to brainstorm or discuss ideas in their home language, using bilingual dictionaries or multilingual word walls, or translating materials. Inviting students to share a cultural tradition with their peers, and lastly, pairing students who share a home language together for support. Now, let's review how to support the needs of English language learners with varying proficiency levels. Every English language learner is different. Some are newcomers, some are long-term English language learners, and some may also be dually identified and also receive special education services. Some strategies to support the varying needs of students are to provide visuals, sentence starters, and graphic organizers. Giving students choices in how to show what they know, or multiple means of expression. Using small groups or one-on-one support, and collaborating with special education teachers when students with disabilities to ensure that their language development supports match their needs. English language learning students may easily feel overwhelmed, homesick, or worried about fitting in. Some may have experienced trauma or major life changes. Teachers can support their social and emotional needs by building trusting relationships, using frequent check-ins, encouraging friendships and peer support, and connecting students with counselors or bilingual staff when necessary. It is important that teachers create a consistent routine in order for their transition to feel safe and predictable. For example, some students may not feel comfortable speaking right away, or others may be used to different classroom expectations. By being patient and consistent with these students, it will make it easier for them to adapt and feel more confident. Lastly, let's touch on how family and community practices can influence a student's learning. Families share a wealth of important skills, traditions, and experience with our young students. This might include things like cooking, music, farming, caring for others, or running a business. When teachers are able to connect academic lessons to these real-world skills, students see that their home culture matters, and learning can become more meaningful to them. It is imperative that students and schools leverage this transfer of knowledge by building trust and partnerships with the families of our students. Some ways that schools can do this is to offer interpreters and send messages to families in their home language, to learn about families through home visits, surveys, or family nights, and to invite families to share knowledge or to help with activities in the school. A few specific examples of inclusive community engagement practices for schools are to partner with community centers or cultural groups, host multicultural events where families can participate, to provide volunteer opportunities, and to create accessible bilingual communication so families can easily stay in touch with their child's school. When teachers and schools value culture, support home languages, and build strong partnerships with families and communities, we create schools where every student can thrive. I appreciate the opportunity to present this information to you all today. Thank you all for listening.